Hi everybody, it's Agnes and I've got Neville Nugget number 60 for you. The series has got a 59 and a 61 and I missed out on the 60, so I'm doing it for you now. Okay, it comes from the book Prayer, the Art of Believing. Page 23, Neville talks about, this is a really good little section, so I'm going to read you the section. He never waits 4 months for the harvest. If in 4 months the harvest will awaken in him a state of joy, then inversely the joy of harvest now will awaken the harvest now. So I'm going to read it one more time. He never waits 4 months for the harvest. If in 4 months the harvest will awaken in him a state of joy, then adversely, the joy of the harvest now will awaken the harvest now. So, how does that apply to what you are living today? If you are wanting something, a better health condition, because you've got some sickness, more money because you're in debt, or you've got no job, or you're poor, or you want to be loved by either someone new, an ex, or a specific person, then the joy of the harvest now will awaken the harvest now. So you have to be feeling what you would feel like when you actually have whatever it is that you want, is basically what Neville's talking about. So it's really about, when you think of it, we want all these things because we think we'll feel better when we have that, when we're healthier, when we have more money, when we have someone loving us, when we have that great relationship, when we have that amazing dream job. But really, you can go around the circle the other way, which is you jump to having the feelings of that now, rather than I have to get that to feel better. You're basically saying I can be happy irregardless of what I have. And once you hit that understanding and that level of application, then you can attract the thing you want, because you're no longer in a state of needing it to get the relief, to get the feeling of happiness, to get the feeling of joy, to get the feeling of just being free. Okay? All of these techniques, especially the ones that come from Neville, because we're talking Neville here today from the book Prayer, the Art of Believing, it's really about capturing where you would be in a feeling place prior to receiving, okay? And you get to a place where if you practice that, things just come in more easily. Okay, so feeling loved is the way to attract a loved one, whether it's a person that's known, or if you don't have a person that you want to be with from the past or a specific person, you can attract someone new. So it really is, it's quite simple in its method, but it takes practice in its application. So for today, if you can practice just saying, if I knew I was going to receive this thing really shortly, whatever it is, how would I feel right now? How would I feel right now if I knew that that was coming tomorrow? How would I feel? You'd be so excited knowing that thing was coming to you tomorrow or this afternoon, or, you know, just say to yourself, I know it's coming. I've got a definite knowing it's coming. So how would I feel if I had that definite knowing it was coming? And you pretend you live in the wish fulfilled. You live in the assumption, practice the law of assumption, which is what Neville talks about so often. The practice of it brings it to you. So it really isn't a hard concept, but I understand practicing it takes some focus, discipline, because you're so used to practicing, I want that, I haven't got it, so I feel like this. Okay, you have to live in solutions to attract the solution. You have to feel the joy before you attract the joyful experience. You have to feel loved before you attract the loving experience. You have to feel wealthy or free to attract the money to come to you. Okay? So, Neville Nugget 60, and I will put the rest of the Neville Nuggets down below as the playlist for those of you that haven't seen the other ones. And also I want to say, in terms of this, when I was feeling incredibly trapped with the situation I was in terms of my lack of money, working where I didn't want to be, having to be there the hours I didn't want to be there, and feeling that suffocation, because I was feeling suffocated at that time, I practiced saying over and over and over, I am free, I am free, I am free. I put a post-it note on the top left-hand corner of my laptop, and I had a very old laptop at that time, but it stayed there, and every time I would open it, I would see it, I am free, I am free. And then I would imagine flying to London, where I am today, on a regular basis, and being in France with my family, and feeling an incredible sense of freedom to travel and work, and also to be able to see my loved ones and still have time to do the things I wanted to do more of, which was meditate, do my affirmations, take a walk in nature, go and have a chai or a cup of tea or a cup of coffee at any time of the day that I wanted to, and to really be in a state of, oh, I am free, and never waking up with an alarm clock again. So practicing that one statement, because I felt very trapped, I had to move right over here to I am free. And I would breathe in and I'd breathe out, and I would say, I surrender, I let go, I allow. I am free, I am free, I am free, I am free. Now, with the loved part, feeling very unloved, I had to practice I am loved, I am loved, I am loved, I am loved. And I practiced that hundreds and hundreds of times a day because I wasn't feeling it and I wasn't good at it at that time. And now today, as you know, I am in London with my specific person, and we have a wonderful relationship. It's calm, it's peaceful, we enjoy our life. We both have separate things to do and we have together things to do, but there's no dramas, there's no aggravations, there's no all that stuff that was there before. The more I feel I am loved, the more I attracted I am loved. And then life smooths out. The dramas drop away because you're no longer watering that plant. You're cultivating that feeling of peace within, and you're making that part of your everyday life. So, enjoy the series of Neville Nuggets, and I will see you, as always, in the next YouTube.